Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Concept Wellbeing, the podcast where the intention is well. My name is Jade,
And I'm Aileen.
and we're your hosts for today's episode. If you're new, hi. If you're not new, welcome back. So, today we're going to start off with I think both of us are going to do a well being moment for our moments.
Yes. I'm
Yes.
going to let you go first.
Okay. So, I actually did something really nice for myself today. So first
Ooh.
of all, I took a 2 week vacation because this time of month I always get tired. Like, I don't know. And so this was just like I'm in my mental health, rejuvenation era right now. That's what I wrote in my out of office email.
Did you really?
Yes. I was like, thanks for supporting me while I'm in my rejuvenation era. And then I put the little sparkly emojis. These people are sick of me. Anyways,
OMG, Jade. I
I did. I
I
did.
don't even know how my peers would react if I did that.
I
I love
did.
that you did that.
I did. I did. And when I went to Bali last time, I was like, thanks for supporting me while I'm in my live, love, laugh era. Or no, I think I said eat, pray, love era. And I put the little sparkly emoji and like a little fairy emoji. So
That is
yeah.
so funny. I love it. I love it.
So anyways, so this is where I'm at right now. I'm in my rejuvenation era. And so I had like a 3 hour facial today, and
Ooh.
it was so nice. It was so nice. She did like a light therapy situation. It was really nice. And she gave me like product recommendations and everything. And I was like, well, look at me treating myself. So that was my well-being moment. That was just like a
I
take
really
time for
love that.
myself. Yeah, it was really nice. What's yours?
Mine is actually yesterday. I was just like, I think it's going to go perfect for this episode, actually. But I just felt like I needed to be outside. And I've been so busy with work and stuff that I haven't had time to go and do stuff. So, um, the nice thing is I have a friend that was like, "Hey, you want to go take a walk by the beach?" And I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't I? That sounds like fun. We can catch up and walk." So I ended up going, and I think for me, I realized I was just so happy being outside in the sun instead of just stuck inside working and doing stuff. And I think it was just super important to do stuff like that for yourself, especially, I don't know if it's just me, like I have to be outside. Like the sun just like energizes me. I don't know.
No, that's a thing. Yeah, we people need sun. That's like a thing that we need to be kind of like it's a whole thing. So you're not alone there. That
Yeah.
is a thing.
So I'm grateful that my friend kind of brought it up because if she didn't, I would not have done that. But yeah, I think take time for yourself. Do what makes you happy.
I love that for you. And I love that like you like made it like a well-being moment and like a grateful moment too. Like a twofer.
Yes,
Love that for
it
you.
was a twofer.
Yes. And I think you're right. It does lead right into the topic for today. So today's topic, because Aileen and I,
Oh God.
we're in the same place right now, which is we're in a rut. And I don't like to claim it, but it is what it is. Like sometimes you just have to be honest with yourself and be like, I'm in a rut. And I mean, I first let's talk about what a rut actually is, and then I want to know how you figured out that you were in a rut. Like I want to know like your definition of a rut. But general terms, a rut is like feeling stuck or stagnant, or like in a routine, like a monotonous. Is that how you say it? Monotonous? Yeah,
Hmm.
monotonous routine with little or no progress or personal satisfaction. It's a period in life when a person may experience lack of motivation, enthusiasm, or inspiration, leading to a sense of frustration, boredom, or even emotional distress felt. Okay, my question for you, just to kick it off: how did you know that you were in a rut? Like, what's your like? How do you know?
The funny thing is, like, it's the combination of the things that you talked about or that you just listed from the definition.
Hmm.
I think for me is overall, I get a sense of, I don't know, I feel like I'm stuck and I don't know what to do, but I'm also like frustrated and unhappy. And when that happens, that's when I'm like, okay, I'm in a rut. How do I get out of this? Because
Yeah.
I feel like I just don't want to do the day-to-day stuff that I have to do. And so I'm like, okay, what do I got to do? And that sort of thing. So that's kind of how I know when I'm in a rut. What about you?
I know I'm in a rut by this is so particular. I know I'm in a rut by the state of my refrigerator. I can tell.
What? I was not expecting that, Jade. Out of everything, the
that
state of my
it
refrigerator.
lets me know where like my mental state is at the way that my refrigerator looks. Like if the inside of my refrigerator is like, oh, there's like, there's all different types of vegetables and like I cleaned out the refrigerator and organized it and everything and it's like
Uh-huh.
healthy snacks are in the pantry and stuff like, oh, we're doing great. But I'm in a rut. I can tell I'm in a rut by like the state of my refrigerator. If it's like all like frozen foods and like the other literally like last week. Oh, I also knew I was out of control because I went to a different Trader Joe's than the Trader Joe's that I normally go to because I knew I was going to buy junk food. And I didn't want to mess up my reputation at my normal Trader Joe's. So I went to a different
Jade,
Trader Joe's. Do you know how
do they
psychotic?
do they know you? And they're like, "Hey Jade,
Yes.
welcome back to TJ's. How's your
Yes.
weekend?"
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't want to go there. And they're like, are you okay? Like, you don't normally buy these things. And I'm like, I'm in a rut. I don't want to have to explain it to anyone. And so I went to a different Trader Joe's. And then when I was feeling better, I went to my normal Trader Joe's. And the guy was like, oh my God, like I got a different cashier. And so, like, he didn't really know me. He was like, oh my God, I see you with the healthy snacks. And I was like, I'm out of my rut. Yes. And so that is so niche, but like that's how I can tell that I'm in a rut is like based off of the way that my refrigerator looks, especially if I haven't like deep cleaned it or anything like that. If I'm just like,
Okay,
this looks
okay.
so sad. That's how I know. But I think
I
like
love that you're
different
just very unique.
it's I mean that's the
But
that's
I
the easiest way I can tell cuz I think I'm an emotional eater. And
uh-huh.
so when I am feeling sad, like my food looks sad. Um
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So
Then yeah.
what has gotten you in this rut?
That is a solid question. So there's a bunch of things that a rut can come from, right? So like it could come from like my career, it could be like a personal life situation, it could be like it can come from like just I mean a lot of things. It could be financial, it could just be like my emotional state, like it could be a lot of things. Honestly, I think when I'm in a rut, it's like a combination of all these things. And then like just general like just falling into unhealthy habits as well. But I think my career plays like a big deal in being in a rut, but I will say like for this particular rut, I don't think it was my career. I think it was like my personal life where it's just like I feel like I need to be moving something forward, not career-wise, like I'm fine where I'm at right now, but like personally, I feel like I need to be growing and I'm just like ooh, like what's the next step? Like I
Uh-huh.
don't know, like I just feel confused and just kind of like I'm just chilling and I feel like I should be doing something and then because I feel like I should be doing something, I feel guilty about not doing something. Like it's a whole spiral. So, yeah, that's what got me in a rut. What about you? Where's your rut coming from? Also, hold on. All of these retrogrades. All the retrogrades did it.
They're just coming after you.
Yeah. Those are my ideas on where the rut came from. Where's your rut coming
Okay.
from?
Um, I think it's just I think for me right now the main trigger is work.
Mhm.
Because I feel like they just pile and pile and pile stuff on. And I feel like me and like one of my peers have a lot on our plates, and the rest of them are just like chilling and happy. And I'm like, excuse me. Like, what about me? I
Yeah.
want to just be chill and be happy. And so I think for me, I take too much pride in my work, right? And I cannot not do a good job because it'll like eat me alive. So anyway, it's I just feel like overworked and all of that stuff. So then it's like the majority of my days I'm not doing things I want to do because I'm stuck doing work. And so now I'm really trying to get out of this rut by finding time for me, putting up those boundaries
Hmm.
at work and like resetting. Like I need a reset.
Yeah. Okay. So this brings me to my next question. How do you reset? Like, what's your go-to plan?
Okay, well, I think it depends on where you are in the rut or what's causing the rut. But I think number one, you need to put up boundaries to get you out, right? Because you're doing something that you typically don't do. And like, we'll use me as an example, like working, right? Like, I literally just finished working and it's like almost 10 o'clock at night, right? And it's like, I had to drive into the office today. It took me like an hour and 10 minutes to get there. I worked a little bit, had a training, had lunch, came home. Thank God my boss was in a good mood today and let me come home early. And then it's like I sat down and I was like, I need a nap. I'm tired. And then like, but it's like, no, you don't have time for that, right? So for me, I just continue to work. And so now I'm like really like putting up those boundaries. I'm like, I know I have to finish this work, but I'm going to stop working now and go for a walk and take my dog for a walk or whatever. And it's like really flexing my time so the work still gets done, but I am making that time instead of or for myself at things I want to do. And I put a few vacation days on the calendar because I need a break.
Yes.
So we'll see. But I typically will do that. And then similar to you is when I am in a rut, I'm not on my A game typically. So I did sign up for a half marathon to force me to start
You
training and
did
working
it?
out. I did it.
Congratulations. Okay, no, we're tuned in. Listen, keep us updated.
I
If
might die out there, but
anything,
I'm gonna
no,
try.
if anything, I'm subscribed to this storyline because I cannot believe a half marathon. So, what is that, like 13 miles, right?
13.1 miles.
Girl, you are so strong. Honestly, I'm rooting for you. I really am. I'm in awe of you. I can't even believe it. So I'm excited for you.
Hey,
Wow.
right now I cannot run a mile, so let's hope that I get on this. I think it's just something that it's going to force me to start training and working out again. And then
Hmm.
the other thing is eating right again because I have noticed like I try and eat pretty healthy. Um, but when I am in like a rut or I have so much going on, I don't have time to prep. So it's whatever's there, I'm hungry, I'm going to eat it. So that is something that I, when I'm ready to get out of the rut, it's really eating clean again and eating healthier foods because I think it makes me feel better. Because if you
Yeah.
eat bad foods or junk foods, you're like, ooh, I don't feel as good.
Hmm.
So, but I do have a sweet tooth, so I do eat chocolate or whatever occasionally. So,
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
yeah, it's so good. It's so bad, but I
Now
love
I'm
it.
hungry. It's like
Listen,
10 p.m. and I'm like, do I want a little snack? Just a little
you
snack.
know,
I don't have any good snacks right now. I have fruit. Like, not that there's anything wrong with fruit, but like I said, the man did compliment me on my Trader Joe's like basket.
See?
And so clearly I wasn't out there just buying just anything. But now I'm like, ooh, that does sound nice. But
You're so funny. The fact that you like avoid your Trader Joe's so they don't judge you on what you're buying is
that
hilarious.
just goes to show you that I know that I'm out of pocket for the things that I'm buying. Like
Hmm.
what and I knew I was throwing myself deeper into the rut by the stuff that I was buying, but I did it anyway. Like I
You
did
know
it anyway.
what? They probably have all that fall stuff out.
Oh
I
my
the
god.
one thing I do need to go listen, every year when Trader Joe's gets the stupid pumpkin spice cookies,
Mhm.
you I have to buy a box. Like freaking delicious.
I love pumpkin spice season. Like right now, I already have the little cinnamon broom. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like that,
Yes.
yeah. So
What do you
now
do with
my,
that?
I literally just put it by my front door, and my entire apartment smells like cinnamon. I don't know if you're actually supposed to like sweep with it. Like I
I have no
don't,
idea.
that actually doesn't sound right, but I just like to have it in here. And then as soon as you walk in here, it smells like cinnamon. And I was so excited
Ooh.
that it's back at Trader Joe's. But all the pumpkin spice things, the vegan ones, I'm all up through them the entire time. So I'm pretty excited about it because it's just they're slowly making their, they're slowly adding it in there. Also, unrelated, did you know that did you get a pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks? Do you drink that?
I usually don't,
Oh.
but I buy so I just feel like they're way too sugary and they give me like a stomach ache.
Mm-hmm.
But I do buy one a season.
Yeah.
So when they came back, I did have one. And like when the Christmas ones come out, I love the creme brulee one.
Mm.
It's I don't even think it's creme brulee. It's something brulee.
I think
Something
it
like
is caramel creme brulee, right? Isn't that what it
I don't
is?
know. It's
I don't
something
know.
like that. It's like diabetes in a cup, but it is so
But it's
good.
happiness, it's joy, it's happiness,
Yeah.
it's the holiday spirit. It's giving Mariah Carey, if anything.
If listen, if I'm not like I have to like buy a latte, listen to Mariah Carey, and walk around and go shopping.
You
That's
have
like,
to.
yeah.
Wow. Yes, that's literally that's the vibe. That's what you have to do. I did that. I do the same thing for the pumpkin spice. So literally it came out and I was so excited. I put on my little orange knitted sweater. Okay. It was and I put on my little Uggy
It's like
boots.
100 degrees
Yeah,
out.
no, it's literally it was like 80 degrees at like 8 a.m. And I put on my little Ugg boots and I was like, I'm gonna put on Taylor Swift. What song was it? What album was that? Dang. Um, I think it wasn't Back to December. It was the one with All Too Well. That one gives me like fall vibes where I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so sad, but the leaves are falling. There's no leaves falling. And I went and I got my little pumpkin spice latte. Come to find out they're not vegan. And that was probably the last time I can have that. But it was a good
What
last
makes it
last
not
hurrah.
vegan?
I guess they use like dehydrated milk in the pumpkin something. I don't want to misspeak.
Oh.
Allegedly, I don't know, but yeah, they're not
Okay,
vegan.
but they have like a whole bunch of stuff on how you can make a healthy one. Have you seen that?
The thing is, no, and that's not. I just go in.
You just want the one from
I
Starbucks.
literally just go in there and be like, "Hi, I would like to have um a matcha green tea latte with pumpkin syrup and 2 pumps of chai. That was my order. And it was so good. And I was like lit the entire day. And then I got home the next day and I think I was on TikTok and someone was like, yeah, so like if you like the pumpkin spice, like just know it's not vegan. I said, what? What now?
Excuse me?
This is news to me. But
Mm.
anyways, sorry, we completely went left.
We did. I'm
We
sorry.
did.
I'm sorry.
But that is a good pick me up. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes a nice little treat when you're in a rut, you're just like, maybe at least
I
I
feel
walked to the Starbucks. That counts.
in my sweater and Uggs in 80-degree weather.
But I did something. I could have just sat inside. And so
No, no,
like,
no. I agree.
yeah.
And I think that's the most important thing of getting yourself out of a rut is what is it that you want to do? What makes you happy and go do it,
Mhm.
right? If it makes you happy to go and read a book, do that, right? If it makes you happy to go outside, go outside. And for me, I think it's easy for me to stay inside, right? But I enjoy being outside and I notice a difference. So I make sure I make time for that. The other thing is like I said, I'm gonna take a few vacation days because I need just like a day for me. Like I'm gonna go to the beach, hang out, do something, go to a coffee shop, who knows? But it's just gonna be like me out there, you know?
Yeah.
And then like I don't know, do something that makes you happy, whether it's a pumpkin spice latte, shopping, listening to Mariah Carey, whatever it is. Do you, boo?
Exactly. And I think it's funny that it's always the things that you know that you like doing that make you happy that when you're in a rut, you stop doing them. Like,
You know what, Jade? You're right. Like you just stop doing them.
yeah, I know exactly what makes me happy all the time. And then when I'm in a rut, I'm just like, okay, well, like if I'm really in a rut, like I'll stop like playing my little sound bowls and stuff like that. Like usually I'll have like a little fake concert in my apartment and like do a little sound bath for who? I don't know. God, I guess. But like I'll like if I'm in a rut,
Yourself, Jade.
I will do it for myself. I'll like turn it towards the mirror so that I could see myself. It's like a whole experience. It's really fun. And so if I'm in a rut, I'll like avoid them. Like I'm like, I don't know. And I know they make me happy. Or like
Uh-huh.
cleaning my apartment. I will avoid cleaning. And I know I feel better when I'm in a clean space. And
Mm-hmm.
so, like, those are the things that I'll avoid. And I'm like, what is that? You know what you need to do. Or just like eating healthy, drinking enough water. Like, you know, you need to
Mm-hmm.
be doing these things. But yet, when I'm in a rut, I like completely go back to revert back to like all of my worst habits. I don't even know. It just like makes me feel worse about it because I'll wake up the next morning and be like, I can't believe that I took down an entire thing of caramel popcorn. Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
And I feel it. I do the same. I'm just like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
You know what my downfall is? Like, what's your comfort food?
Ooh, that's such a good question. It really depends on the season, don't it? Okay, so comfort food right now, it's there's like these Trader Joe's. They're not pot stickers, but they're like the oh my goodness. What are they called? They're like almost like dumplings. They have like vegan dumplings at Trader Joe's and I'll
Uh-huh.
get it with like the ginger miso soup and I'll like put all that together for the amount of sodium that I'm consuming is absurd. It is so crazy. And like that just makes me so happy because I'm like, oh, it's soup. It's salt. It's so much salt. And I'm so bloated like for the next like 3 days. And I'm like, why did I do that? And I'm just happy. Just walking around, just bloated, tummy poking out like I'm Winnie the Pooh. It's crazy. Uh so that's my comfort food right now. Or just like a lot of bread. Like it'll be like I'll have avocado toast like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, just back to back to back, just taking down sourdough bread the entire day. It's crazy. Yeah, those are
It's so
my
good.
go-to. It is I mean, it's honestly avocado toast is not that bad, but it's just like eat something else. You know what I'm saying? So those are my comfort foods. If I'm doing like a sweet situation, the caramel popcorn at Trader Joe's is fire. I will say though, this is very niche, but like I'll also know if I'm spiraling with like the amount of like takeout that I eat. So like normally like I cook at home and if I'm spiraling like I'm in a rut, it'll be like a lot of like I'm eating out. Like I'll get a lot of like ramen or something to go. Or if I'm trying to be like, you know what, Jade, you're in a rut, but like just like if you're gonna spend money on something, like go buy sweet green. The amount of times that I'll go into sweet green is embarrassing. And I don't like when people start to know my order. I find that embarrassing. It's like humiliating to me. They're like, oh, do you want the shrew mommy? I'm like, I can never come here again. Why do you know my order? I've been here too many times. So that's how yeah. So those are my comfort foods. Um, what are yours?
You don't even want to know.
I do.
What do you think it is?
Mm, Well, you said that you like sweet things. You said you have a sweet tooth.
Hmm.
Hmm. Does it? I don't know. I
It's
want to.
like,
I want to say like, is it like? Does it have chocolate or is it like a baked good? Like, what is it? Give me a
no,
hint. Okay, just tell me.
it's
This is
not
too
a
much.
baked good. It is cereal.
Oh,
I
Aileen, that's like
freaking,
healthy.
no, it's not.
Aileen, that's
It's not the
like
good cereal. It's
what,
like the bad cereal.
cinnamon toast crunch or something.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
delicious.
It is delicious, but not good for you.
The thing is like dessert. That's like a dessert, and dessert that doesn't go to your stomach. That goes to your heart. That's good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? That like that brings you
You know what?
joy.
That's what I'm gonna say the next time
One
I make
hundred
dessert.
percent.
Doesn't go to my stomach, it goes to my heart.
It
Brings me
does.
joy.
It brings you so much happiness and more. So your favorite cereal is cinnamon toast crunch. Is what's your favorite type?
I I love cinnamon toast crunch. I like honeycomb. I just like all the classics. Like even like frosted flakes. Like I just like it's something that it's just like it's comforting.
Yeah.
And or it's like soup that my mom makes. But like if it's just like me, I'm just gonna have a bowl of cereal, and I never buy cereal. Like I don't buy cereal because I'm out of control. Like I could eat the whole box. It's ridiculous. My thing is when I'm in a rut, I'll be like, oh, it's okay. I'm just gonna buy myself a box of cereal. I'm
And that's
like,
how you know.
yeah, that's how I know. I'm like, girl, what are you doing?
You know what? Sometimes though, I will say sometimes if I'm in a rut, I'm like, okay, just I think you have to like just come to terms with like you're in a rut. Just accept it. And then after
Mm-hmm.
that, then you can like pull yourself out of it and be like, all right, I'm in a rut right now. That's fine. Um, live that life and eventually I'm gonna break out of it. But I think we always do break out of it. Sometimes it could be longer than we expect it to be, but you know, we pop out. We do, and if anything, we're in a rut. We're still functioning, which is
That counts, right?
that counts for some. Like I think that we should celebrate that. Like I think it's important for us to celebrate. Like okay, fine, we're in a rut, but we're still making progress. Like it's not like I just like I don't know. I could have stopped eating or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still eating things. Yeah, I'm eating pot stickers and miso soup the entire time, but like it at least like, that's a win. So like I'll take that small win.
Okay, I
And
see
like
it.
yeah, I think that it's important to be able to take a small win. I think that that makes me feel a little bit better. Like even like if I don't do the dishes or something, I'll be like, all right, I'm just going to put them in the dishwasher. And like that is like a little win for me. Like at least I put them in the dishwasher and we'll turn on the dishwasher another day. Like that's a different day. That's a different Jade. I don't know. But I think that's important. But
So I think the overall message is find out what you love, start doing that again, and just you'll get through it.
yeah. And
Live
it's
your
okay to
life.
ask for help too. Like if you're in a rut, me and Aileen, listen, I think that it's important that we highlight this before we end. Like it's okay to lean on people. Me and Aileen are both in a rut, and every time we're like trying to record, I'm like Aileen, and she's like Jade, and we're just like, let's just it's okay. But like I think it's important to be able to like have friends and people that like can support you through
Oh,
the rut.
definitely.
Yeah, and like
Definitely.
really love you and be like, all right, you know what, you're in a rut, it's okay, you're gonna get out of it, and like just be honest with yourself and you'll be okay.
Yeah, I think that's I know we're almost done with this episode, but I think that is such a key message is you never know who in your life is going to come and just support you and help you through it, right? It could be
Hmm.
you never know. It could be someone at work that randomly talks to you and makes you feel better and you're like, "What the heck?" Like, "Oh, I never thought of it that way." And or it could be like you said, your friends, your family, whoever. But I always feel like for me, it's like people that I don't expect it to come from, and I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, like me and you, like this past week, we're like, I was like, Jade,
This past week, this past like 3 months. But we're still very nice to ourselves. I think that's also important. Like ruts are normal. I feel like a lot of people get into ruts, and you should, be nice to yourself. Don't be mean to yourself when you're in a rut. You'll pop out eventually.
Yep, I agree.
I love that. Okay, any final words before we wrap it up?
I would just say, like I said earlier, do what makes you happy, no matter what it is, even if it's only for 5 minutes a day, because I think it could help you get out of the rut a little quicker.
Agreed. Beautifully said. Thank you so much, Aileen. And thank you, friends, for listening. We appreciate you always. With that being said, we hope that you have a good day or a good night, and we hope that you are well. Bye.
Bye.